morning, my wonderful friends, and welcome back. Today I am making a video that I certainly hoped that I would never have to make in 2020. Now, as you know, we've had some sort of like global situation which has left us in lockdown, but the world is starting to open up again, shops are starting to open up again, and with social distancing measures put into place, the landscape and the way that we used to do these things have completely changed. As you may know, if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook, I have been trying to get a toaster. Why? Because my toaster is Bluetooth. It does not work. I have had so many problems trying to access a store because of my disability and because of social distancing measures put into place. So today I am going to do a little reconstruction of how last week went for me to highlight this issue and how awful it is. It's not just happening here in the UK, I've been having lots of messages, it's happening all over the world. And my friends, we can't stand for this. We fought hard. We fought really hard for our rights. We fought hard for equality. We're still having to fight for. But now I feel like we have gone back 20, 30 years. It is absolutely ridiculous. We can't make a stand for it. Can't make a stand for it? We can't stand for it? Is that a bad choice of words? We can't let this happen. So please give this video a thumbs up. Please share it. We deserve to go out and buy a toaster in the same way that John down the road can buy a toaster. You know what I'm saying? This is no good. So let's get on with this and I will show you it. Honestly, you've got to see it to believe it. Last Thursday, we made our merry way to the range. When we got there, we were met by this, all of the disabled bays taped off, and we had to park here where it is incredibly tight. I was offered no help, no alternative, and that is when I took to social media. As we couldn't access the range, we had to come back home, and then on the Saturday we decided to try our luck at PC World. Now, you also may know that I have been suffering from a UTI and a bladder infection. Before we left on Saturday, I did, no joke, 2 wheeze in the space of about 15 minutes, didn't I, Sean? Yeah. I did. So we drove to the Chinese shop, and then as we were coming around the corner I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be able to make it. So then we had to drive all the way home so I could have a wee, and then get back in the car, load the wheelchair, all that jazz, and then drive all the way to PC World, which is where we're going to go now. So we're here at PC World, and as you can see, half of the disabled bays this side are free, and then half on the other side are taped off, but at least they have an option. So when I came on Saturday, all of these bays were marked off, and then the queue was coming right around the corner of the building.
You now?
All right. So we queued for about 15 minutes, and I think we got to about this point, and I thought, you know what? I need a wee. So I went up to the manager and I said, look, I'm really sorry, I can't queue, I've got a bladder infection, I've only got about 10 minutes and I've got a 20-minute journey home. You don't have any facilities here, could you just let me in? And he said, no, in many words. He couldn't let me in because it would make the people in the queue angry, and he did, however, offer that I look online and I do click and collect. But we just wanted to get out as a family. I feel that I should have equal opportunities to everybody else to be able to buy a toaster. I want to touch it, I want to see it. And there might be options there that I might not have thought about. He did offer me a little bit of a solution, but I was really angry that he couldn't let me in. I wasn't feeling that well, but I did consider asking people in the queue if they would have been cross with it. But I don't feel like I should have to do things like that, do you know what I mean? queuing for disabled people can be quite a problem, as we have bladder problems, people who've got mobility problems and have to stand in queues for a long time. That's not possible. It can cause lots and lots of pain and fatigue. I know with myself I get in a lot of pain as well. I really think that more needs to be done. We need to have maybe an access card. You can buy them online and you have to fill them in stating your disability and proving your disability, but I think these should be recognised across the nation so that we don't have to queue in pain. Anyway, I think today we're going to be able to get in and get a toaster. How exciting! All these toasters, we're spoilt for choice.
Convection, you can touch them, you can feel them.
You're not allowed to unless you're going to buy.
Right.
Look at this one.
Oh, that's gross.
You like this one?
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so I thought I would explain why my toaster is so important to me, because it's like one of my main food groups, toast and crumpets. It's something that I can cook myself without getting into trouble and hurting myself, and it's something that I can do quick and easily if Sean's not around. Okay, so we have come to a garden centre, and here, as you can see, there is plenty of disabled parking. This was one of the first places we visited once lockdown started to lift, and as you can see, lots of room so I can get in and out of my wheelchair. So when we came here the first time, there was a little bit of a queue, but I just went to the front of the queue. The lady was really nice. She went to let me in, and she said, our bathrooms are closed, but if you need to use the toilet, just let me know and a member of staff will open it up for you. Okay, no worries, go. So the thing we like about coming to this garden centre is that it is nice and open. You can navigate through it really, really easily, whereas at the range, it's like an Aladdin's cave and it's really, really difficult to navigate through. So now the restrictions are lifting ever so slightly. It looks like now the toilets are open. Hi. So a really good thing there is that it was really easy for me to reach the till and the keypad and everything. So by having things like this at shops, it makes me feel welcome, it makes me want to spend my money there, and you know, it doesn't take much effort either, I don't think. So we're here at Wicks, and you just saw that Sean panned round and all of the disabled bays are blocked off, but here they have marked out disabled bays for the disabled customers. It's slightly unclear. If you look, they've put some markers on the ground, and this car is in a complete bay, so it is unclear, but at least there is something. are, we're at the range, and it looks like they have put out disabled bays for the disabled customers. So this makes me really happy to see that they have maybe seen my tweet, they haven't responded, but there is something here. This definitely wasn't here last week, I can guarantee you that for sure. But let me show you and walk you through the reconstruction of last week. So here are the disabled bays that have been taped off. So here are the disabled bays that have been taped off, and I couldn't access them last week. This is where we had to park over here. And you can see how incredibly tight that was. I went over to a member of staff and asked them if there was any alternatives. She said no, and she couldn't even offer me any help. However, I'm really pleased to see that they have put out disabled parking now. It's tight, but it's doable. So that is a result. I'm really pleased that they have woken up to themselves and put some disabled bays there. I am a little disappointed that I never got a response from the range, and it would be nice to know that, was it because of my tweet that they did that, or was it because other customers had complained? So we'll never know in that respect. However,